find at your places. I'm Priyanka Bish from Art and Progressive School. Today in this session, we'll be discussing about the topic which is accounting equation. As in the previous session, we have discussed about the concept of accounting equation and also we have studied the effect of different transaction on accounting equation. So today we'll be solving the numerical questions. Question is, show the accounting equation on the basis of following transactions and prepare a balance sheet on the basis of the last new equation. Now transactions are, first, Mukesh started business with cash amounting to rupees 80,000. Second is purchased goods for cash 28,000. Then purchased goods on credit rupees 20,000. Purchased furniture for cash 6,000. Rent paid 2,000. Received commission 500. Withdrew cash for private use 3,000. Sold goods on credit where cost price is 30,000 and these goods are sold on credit amounting to rupees 40,000. Paid to creditors rupees 15,000. So these are the transactions. We will show the effect of these transactions in accounting equation. So now coming to the solution part, first we will draw the format of accounting equation. Format will be this will be the transactions. First column will be of transaction. Then we have assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. So in this column we will be writing the transaction and the effect of transaction will be shown here in the accounting equation. Now the first transaction is Mukesh started business with cash 80,000. So here as we know 80,000 cash is being introduced in the business. It is in the form of cash, so we will open a cash column on asset side and the same amount is considered as claim against the firm in the form of capital. So we will write the transaction Mukesh started business with cash amounting to rupees 80,000. So 80,000 will be recorded in the cash column and the same amount will be recorded in the capital column of liabilities side. Now second transaction is purchased goods for cash. Purchased goods for cash amounting to rupees 28,000. Now here goods have been purchased for cash. That means this transaction is affecting asset which is cash. So here if the goods is purchased for cash, that means there is an outflow of cash from the business. Cash is reducing with the amount 28,000. So we will deduct this amount from the cash column and at the same time goods have been introduced in the business. That means it will increase the balance of goods which is also considered as an asset. So a new column of good will be opened on asset side and here the amount will be 28,000. Now we will see what will be the net effect or what will be the new equation by solving these two transactions. This will be our new equation. So 80,000 minus 28,000 is 52,000, balance of cash, goods amounting to rupees 28,000, same, and there is no effect in the capital, so the amount of capital remains the same. Capital amount is 80,000. Now next transaction is purchased goods on credit. Purchased goods on credit amounting to rupees 20,000. So here goods have been purchased, but it has purchased on credit. We have not made the payment yet, but yes, we will pay the amount in the future. So here goods have been purchased, that means there is increase in the amount of goods. Amount is rupees 20,000. 20,000 goods have been introduced in the business and we have not made the payment. We have to make the payment, so it will be considered as liability. So if the goods are purchased on credit, that means it will increase our creditors amount. We have to pay that amount to the creditors. So creditors amount will be same 20,000. Now if we will solve this transaction, the new equation will be, this will be the new equation. The equation is, as there is no effect in the cash, so cash balance will remain the same, which is 52,000. Then 20,000 will be added. The balance of goods will be 48,000. Creditors balance is 20,000 and capital balance remains the same, which is 80,000. Now next we have purchased furniture for cash. Fourth transaction is purchased furniture for cash amounting to rupees 6,000. Now here furniture has been purchased. Furniture is an asset and cash is also an asset. So here if furniture has purchased and we know furniture is an asset, so here we will open a column on the asset side named furniture. Now we have purchased this furniture for cash. That means cash balance will be reduced by the amount 6,000 as furniture has been purchased with the amount 6,000. And the same amount will show an increased balance in the furniture because furniture has been acquired. So it will increase the balance of furniture. There will be no balance on creditor side and capital side. So by solving these two equations, we will get the new equation. New equation will be 52,000 minus 6,000 will be 46,000 of cash. Goods amounting to rupees 48,000. Furniture rupees 6,000. Here as we can see, creditors amounting to 20,000 and capital amounting to 80,000 remains the same. Now fifth transaction is paid rent. Now rent has been paid. We know rent is an expense and it is paid rupees 2,000. Rent is an expense. It will be deducted from cash as well as capital. We know whatever rent the firm has to pay, it will always have effect on two sides. First cash and second capital. So we will deduct 2,000 from cash column and 2,000 from capital column. So by deducting 2,000, we will get the amount of cash 44,000, goods 48,000, furniture 6,000, liability remains the same 20,000 and capital amounting to rupees 78,000. So this is the new equation here. New equation is 44,000 plus 48,000, 6,000. These all are asset and 20 plus 78 is the liabilities. Now sixth transaction is received commission. So in this transaction, we know commission is considered as an income. So income of the firm will be added to cash as well as capital. If expense is deducted from cash and capital, so income will be added on cash and capital. Rupees 500 in cash and rupees 500 in capital. So here the balance will be, balance of new equation will be 44,500 cash balance, 48,000 balance of goods, 6,000 balance of furniture, 20,000 balance of creditor and 78,500 balance of capital. So here I have carried forward the last equation where cash balance is amounting to rupees 44,500, goods 48,000, furniture 6,000, creditors 20,000 and capital 78,500. Now the seventh transaction is withdrew cash for private use. Amount is rupees 3,000. So as we know, whenever the cash is withdrawn or any goods has been withdrawn from the business fund, it is considered as drawings. So drawings means the amount has been withdrawn from capital and cash. So we will reduce the balance of cash and capital with the amount 3,000. As amount has been withdrawn, so cash, there is outflow of cash and capital. Result is 41,500 of cash, 48,000 balance of goods and 6,000 balance of furniture. Now 20,000 we have creditors and 75,500 as balance of capital. Now this was a new equation. Now the eighth transaction is sold goods on credit. Sold goods on credit. Cost price of goods is 30,000 and it is sold for 40,000. So here in this transaction we know goods have been sold. That means there is the outflow of goods. So it will reduce the balance of goods amounting to rupees 30,000 because 30,000 goods have been sold. So we will reduce this amount from the balance of goods. And these goods have been sold for 40,000. That means we will receive the amount 40,000. But here the condition is the goods have been sold on credit. That means we have not received the payment yet, but we will receive the payment in future. And the person to whom payment has been made, he is known as debtors. So as cash is to be recovered, so it will be included in assets column. So here debtors balance will be 40,000 because we have to receive 40,000 amount from the sale of 30,000 of goods. Now 30,000 goods has been sold for 40,000. That means there is a profit of rupees 10,000. And we know the profit is added to the capital amount because this profit is to be returned to the owner by the business. So it is a liability for the business also. Now by solving these two transactions, we will get a new equation where cash balance is amounted to rupees 41,500. Goods which is reduced by 30,000. So remaining balance is 18,000. Then furniture amounting to rupees 6,000. Debtors 40,000. Creditors remains the same 20,000 and capital 85,500. So here is the new equation. Now the last transaction is paid to creditors. Now amount has been paid to creditors. Amount is rupees 15,000. So we have paid 15,000 to the creditors, and paying to creditors means it will reduce the balance of cash because we will pay the creditors in the form of cash only. So 15,000 will be deducted from the cash balance, and at the same time with this amount creditor is being reduced. because out of 20,000 we have paid 15,000. So by solving this transaction we will get a new equation here. The equation will be 26,500 as the balance of cash, 18,000 balance of goods, 6,000 balance of furniture, 40,000 balance of debtors, 5,000 remaining balance of creditors, and 85,500 remaining balance of capital. So this will be our final equation. Now if we total the asset side and liability side, we will get the amount 90,500 as the liability side, and the same amount here 90,500 of asset side. So here it is proved that the asset side and balance side are equal. That means all the transactions which are shown in this accounting equation are correct. So here by equating the accounting equation where assets total is 90,500 and liabilities total is 90,500, that means assets are equal to the liabilities. So this shows that the equation is balanced. So this is how we will solve the question based on accounting equation. In the next session, we'll be doing some more question based on the same topic. That's all for today. Thank you.